Hey YouTube, I'm back after a long time. If you are new here, hi, my name is Priya and I'm a GP trainee currently training in the Wales Deanery. And today I finally clicked the record button to talk a bit about where I've been, what I've been up to, and to start sharing my journey as a GP trainee. So I'm going to come to end of my first year in GP training, and I've now experienced both sides: primary care, working in a GP practice, and secondary care, you can see in the hospital. And I thought, you know what, this feels like the right time to start sharing some of those experiences. And I'm not here to give any advice or tell you what you should or shouldn't do. This is just a free platform where I'll be sharing my personal experiences. Hopefully it will be helpful to anyone who's curious about GP training or going through it themselves. Good question. Why now? I also realize if I wait until I become a qualified GP to start making these videos, it's gonna be a long wait. So why not bring you along with me now? Share what I've been learning, what I've been reflecting on, and also a few day-to-day or weekly basis logs along the way. As you can see, I'm actually on my second nights of my 3 night shifts, and I've got just another one more night to go. And it's been alright so far, so I thought, you know what, let's just get the mic and start talking. And the lighting is not too bad, so it's quiet. Right, so before making this video, I actually went through my photo albums just to jog my memory, because it's been like a few months since everything started. So let's rewind a bit. After finishing FY2, I had a few months off, and during that break I applied for GP training somewhere around October to November time through a platform called Oriel, which is like the recruitment portal for doctors. So as part of the application, I had to sit for a computer-based exam, and it was free. It's just it includes like clinical questions and some scenario-based dilemmas. The result came out around February, March, and then by August, I was allocated to North Wales. I started with a 6-month GP rotation, followed by 6 months in the hospital. To be honest, I've never worked in Wales before, so that alone made me quite anxious. Moving to a new place after working at the same hospital for like 2.5 years was a huge shift. And just for your information, GP training in the UK is a 3-year program. It's full on with like 2 major exams and back-to-back hospital and GP rotations. It can feel quite intense, especially if you're doing it full time. My first day at the GP practice, the GP surgery I was allocated to was about 30 minutes from my house. At that point, I didn't have a car, so I used to take the bus or sometimes taxi. It was a very small, cute practice, and on my first day, the practice manager gave me a tour. She explained the basics like, annual leave, study leave, and all those admin details, brought me around the practice, introducing me to others, and kind of like setting up my work email, username, password, all this kind of stuff. One big thing about starting in GP is the computer system. It's very different from what we use in the hospitals. So usually GP trainees are given a few weeks of orientation to get used to the system. And honestly, it is complicated, but very important because you'll be using it throughout your GP career. Unless, of course, you decide to work outside the UK. I think I had around 4 to 5 weeks of induction. That includes like sitting with the GP consultation and shadowing the practice nurses, spending time with the district nurses. I went to like community mental health unit. I shadowed the community specialist palliative care nurses. I honestly felt so lucky to have that experience because it kind of gave me a solid overview of how much support the NHS provides to the community, and just getting to know these people whom I will be referring them, my patients, to give me a better idea of understanding what they do. Some of the favorite parts of working in GP practice is first getting to dress up every day. whether formal or casual, and not having to wear scrubs. And one of the nicest thing my GP practice had was this 10 to 15 minutes coffee break in the morning, usually around like 10:30, where everyone just gathers in the meeting room and then just chat sometimes. And I get to ask for help, or if I have any concern about my patients, I can, clarify my doubts with the GPs and just talk about random things really. And it kind of gives you a bit of break from the patient, and I feel like it's something that needs to be included if possible in every practice. No one is meant to work 9 to 5 straight up, Yes, you do have your lunch breaks, but I think these kind of intermittent breaks here and there, it's good also. And it's possible. I'm glad to see it's possible despite GPs doing 10 to 15 minute consultation, so that is definitely something I liked, and I wish more GP practice have that, and it kind of give especially the junior doctors, or we call them resident doctors, the confidence to come up, join the team, getting to know. It can be quite lonely, I'm not gonna lie, it can be quite lonely. You are just in a room with your patient, consulting them for 15-20 minutes, and then on to the next one. It's like, thank you, next until 5 p.m. and then you go home. It can be very lonely. So having that even 10 to 15 minute break with the whole team, it's nice. You just randomly chat about a Netflix show that you watch, or something that happened in the world, politics, economy, whatever that you like. At first, I had around 30 to 35 minute consultations to help me get used to the computer system, seeing patients. Because I've done GP during my foundation years, lift program, I picked up the system quite quickly. My working hours were like 9 to 5, which gave me a proper routine. I didn't have night shifts, I didn't have long days. And also, from being a resident doctor, I'm now a GP registrar. It did feel like an upgrade, but of course with more responsibility and its own new challenges. I did feel the pressure at first, but I'm glad the transition was pretty smooth. I had ample of time to blend into the system, figure things out. And of course, when you're in training, you will need to have a portfolio which will be regularly reviewed. I swear I can make another 2-hour video just ranting about the portfolio. 1 year into the training, I still have not fully grasped the portfolio. It's tough. But I can go through some bits in my next part where I specifically talk about GP rotation. I was now working with GP partners, salaried GPs, fellow GP registrars like me, foundation doctors, practice nurses, healthcare assistants, admin staff, new environment, new system, new team, but also new opportunities. If you are a GP trainee in Wales, and if you are watching this, feel free to come and say hi or drop a comment down below. I would love to hear how your experience has been so far. Thanks for watching and for letting me share this part of my journey. Stay tuned. I will be sharing more about what it is really like working in a GP practice and everything in between. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.